What up, good people? It's me, Shelby, here to discuss my music again. This time I'm going to talk about some of the CDs that I have. Again, it's going to be focused around hip hop, soul, R&B, since I don't really see too many people doing it on YouTube. So I figure I'll focus on that. So I do have a vast collection of music, so I'm just picking out that particular genre because I really don't see anybody else delving into that. So CDs. So I have a large amount of CDs. I have a vast CD collection. So I just pulled out some random ones. I just moved, so they're all over the place. I'm still trying to organize things, but these are some of the ones I pulled out randomly. So I'm just gonna start with the one at the top that I see the artist. This one here. This is Mary J. Blige's My Life on CD. I do have the vinyl record to this as well. I'm trying to organize everything, but this is her second album. I believe came out in 1994. So that's pretty much it right there. I haven't played it in a long time, but Mary J. Blige, My Life album. We got Mary J. Blige's self-titled album. Well, it's Mary. I guess you could say it's a self-titled album. This came out in 1999, I want to say, roughly around that time frame. It's a dope album, man. I figured this was, to me, her most mature project to date. Out of all her albums, I feel like this was the most mature one, most soulful, most personal, and it was a dope album. Lauryn Hill did one cut on here that she dropped as a single. So it's a dope album, man. I used to play this album a lot. It's just a CD. So it's a dope album by Mary J. We got Christiane. And Christiane were one of the first artists on Rockefeller Records. It was Jay-Z at that time doing everything for Rockefeller. He did have Memphis Bleak in the background a little bit, but it was an R&B artist named Rel that he had, and he had a group, Christiane, and they were super dope. These two, they're from Oakland, but you know, being around New York so much, they kind of adapted the whole New York lifestyle. But Christiane, I was really into this album. This album came out in 1996 or 1997. So Jay-Z album came out in 1996, his debut album. This album came out around the following year, I believe. But Rockefeller Records, and this is a dope album. Their single was called Full of Smoke. So look that up on YouTube. The video's dope. They also had a record, a second single, I Want to Get Next to You. That was the second single from this. So, but Full of Smoke is what made me buy this album. It was dope. We got A Tribe Called Quest Love Movement on CD. This came out in 1998, I believe. This was their last album before they broke up around 1998. I want to say 98, and Jay Dilla did some beats on this. He did some beats on Beats, Rhyme, and Life, which came out in 1996, but Jay-Z did a lot of work on this album. So again, Q-Tip did introduce Jay Dilla, JD, to the world, and so and Jay Dilla did a lot of production on this. We got Bilal. So as you can see, I played this CD a lot. He's out of Philadelphia. This is an extremely dope project. Firstborn Second. This came out in 2000 or 2001, I want to say. I played this album a lot, man. Shoot, just dope. The neo soul artist movement was pretty much getting bigger and bigger at that time. He's done work with a lot of artists, Common, The Roots, Erykah Badu, just Beyonce. He's done a lot of work. He's worked with a lot of artists. Dope album. He continues to make dope music. His discography is really good, but this is my favorite one out of everything that he's done. His debut album. We got Lenny Kravitz 5. Came out in 1998, I want to say. This is one of my favorite albums of that year, 1998, 5. I used to drive around playing this album a lot. I swear to God, I bought this in 98 and this was in there. So yeah, so this is from 1998. and I still kind of keep these things intact. Now some of the CD cases may be a little banged up because I moved, but yeah, I play this album a lot. Now I listen to this album on my phone, but if I want to pop in the CD, I could. I'm gonna put that thing back in there. Put this in. So I bought this in 1998, and I still have it. So we got Ghostface Killah, the Big Doe Rehab album that I played a lot. Early 2000, like 2007, I want to say this came out, and I played it a lot. Big Doe Rehab by Ghostface. Dope album. I'm not going to keep opening up the CDs. That takes up time because I don't want this to be a 20-minute video. This album right here, Jill Scott, The Real Thing, Words and Sounds, Volume 3. I really played this album. I mean, I was just playing this album a lot right here as well. Now, this is out in vinyl, but it's an unofficial release, so there's only a few out throughout the world. So if you want the vinyl, it's going to cost you some money to get, and they're all over in Europe. There are none in the United States. You have to go to Europe and get it. It's an unofficial release, and it's very limited. So I think maybe 8, 9 exist. So maybe 10 or 11. But anyway, this is a dope project by her, and I really enjoyed the album. I still listen to it to this day, and I need to get a new CD case for it. So, but everything is still intact, you know. So there you go. I just got to get a new CD case for it because I moved and banked things up a little bit. Goody Mob, still standing. Their second project. This came out in 1998, and I remember I bought it because I bought Lauryn Hill CD at that time. I got Lauryn Hill's vinyl and CD, and I bought all this at the same time. So I remember buying this with Lauryn Hill. And their second up, this is a good album. It's dope. Much more. The production was much more tighter. Their first album is still my favorite, but this was a good album. This was a dope album. I played it a lot back in 98. 98 was one of those years I bought a lot of records. We got Musiq Soulchild's first album, I Just Want to Sing. This is a dope project. His debut album, introduced to the world. He was smoking coming out, and he's had a really good career, man. He has nothing to complain about. He's been very successful. But you know, this first album, man, the vinyl, CD, you know, just dope. Just classic album from him. We got High Tech, the producer, who he's worked with Common, Talib Kweli. Obviously, they're a group called Reflection Eternal. Look them up online, especially some of the younger folks. Just look them up. They're called Reflection Eternal. High Tech and Talib Kweli. Dope album from him. This is his debut album called High Technology. So yeah, this is pretty much like a compilation of artists that he's worked with, from Talib, Common, Cormega, Mos Def. So just lots of people. Buckshot on this album. He's worked with other 50 Cent. He pretty much, you know, signed with Dr. Dre in the mid 2000s because Dr. Dre really loved his work with Talib Kweli. So a lot of people, Snoop, Dr. Dre, all loved his work with Talib Kweli. He put the solo album out, and then he signed a producer contract with Dr. Dre and Aftermath Records, which led him to work with 50 Cent a lot in The Game and, you know, Eminem and artists like that. So High Tech. We got Lupe Fiasco. Lupe Fiasco, The Cool. Dope record. I played this a lot as well. I keep saying I played things a lot, but I did. Lupe Fiasco, man. Out of Chicago, Illinois. This came out in 2005, I want to say, 2006. I can't remember because it's been a while, but that's a dope album. We got Mary J. Blige, Share My World. So I got to organize this stuff, you know, because I just moved and I'm trying to put things in place and intact. But we got Mary J. Blige, Share My World. We got Erykah Badu's Worldwide Underground. Dope album. I have this vinyl, and this is dope. Dope album from her. We got Anthony Hamilton, Ain't Nobody Worrying. I want to get the vinyl on this, but the vinyl has not been issued out. And I believe it's because of So Def Records, Jermaine Dupri. This album is through So Def Records. So I just noticed that, I don't know, for whatever reason, JD, come on, Jermaine Dupri, you gotta put these things out on vinyl, man. Please put it out on I think Anthony Hamilton only has one album on vinyl, and that is Soul Life. But everything else is CD or cassette tape. So, but this is a dope album. This is his second album. And Anthony Hamilton, I'm a huge fan of his. And I did enjoy that battle between him and Music Soul Child. To me, it was even. So I couldn't pick a winner in that. I enjoyed myself. Everybody won, nobody lost. I looked at it like that. Outkast, Idlewild. I love. People sleep on this album. I don't know why, but this was a great project. This was a dope album to me. I played this album a lot. I thought it was just different as usual. Outkast tried to experiment and do other things different, and this was dope. I loved it. I love this album. We got Maxwell, Embryo, dope record right here. Right here, still intact, so dope record. Maxwell. If there's light reflected on this, my apologies, but yep, we got Maxwell. We got Maxwell now. I just got this on vinyl, the root beer color vinyl, but this is the CD. Came out in 2001. I remember buying this in 2001 or 2000, but I believe it was 2001 when I bought this. We got Jay-Z. Jay-Z, dope record. Volume 3, Life and Times of S. Carter, Sean Carter. So this came out, when did this come out? 1999. So, yep. Jay-Z, dope album. He was really in his prime at the time, and just dope album. We got Jay-Z's Blueprint album. The CD's a little banged up here, so sorry, but yeah, but dope record here. Jay-Z, Blueprint. We got DJ Quick, Rhythmalism. Slept on album, man. A lot of his albums were slept on. His debut album was very popular with people, and the second one way too funky. But then he started to go downhill a little bit. But his production was always good. And this album, 1998, he has so many good records on here. Just dope. He's a true musician. DJ Quick, shout out to you, man. Straight out of Compton. Tony. Sons of Soul. Love this. This is a true classic. This came out in 93, I believe, when I bought it. Man, it has Anniversary on here, Slow Wine, Lay Your Head on My Pillow. My favorite track, though, is I Couldn't Keep It to Myself. That's my favorite track on here. But I love every track. This is not a skippable record on here. If you can look this up on YouTube, young people, and listen to the album, it's so soulful. And to me, they were like I know people like to give D'Angelo and Erykah Baidu, for credit for bringing neo soul back, but I believe Tony was really the foundation to kind of, as far as like true musicians and soulful music. I honestly believe that D'Angelo was influenced by them, along with some of the old school artists. But I do believe like D'Angelo, Tony had to play some type of role in his influence besides Prince and Marvin Gaye and everybody else. But shouts out to Raphael Sadiq and his Wiggins brothers, and this is a dope album. Hopefully one day they'll get back together. He's making it seem like that they're not, but I hope so. And we got RZA presents Wu-Tang Killer Bees, The Swarm Volume 1. Dope album. This came out in 1998. I remember 98 was one of those years, like I said, with Lenny Kravitz and Outkast and Lauryn Hill. I was buying all these records, listening to them, and this was one of them. Just dope. 97 Mentality, Cobra Clutch. Man, those are my favorites right there, man. Just dope. We got Q-Tip, The Renaissance on CD. I have this on vinyl as well. Dope. Classic album. I bought this album along with Raekwon back in 2008. We got Jay Dilla, Welcome to Detroit album. Dope on CD. I have this on vinyl as well. So, Welcome to Detroit. Alright, and we got Nas's It Was Still Written. I bought this in 1996. Still have it. Everything's still intact for the most part. I'm glad that the case didn't get damaged. Still has the hype sticker on there, right there when I bought it. So pretty dope album right there. We got the DLC, No One Can Do It Better, from Dallas, Texas, by way of California. Well, I would say LA by way of Dallas, Texas. I'll put it like that. Dr. Dre produced this whole album right here. This album came out in 1989. And it's a dope album, classic DLC. Look at the CD. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they look back in like the 80s and early 90s. And dope. And I have the vinyl to this, but it's a reissue, not the original. We got The Roots. The Roots album, Do You Want More? Classic debut album from The Roots. They had a song called Proceed. That was their single. And I love the remix to Proceed with Roy Ayers on it. Just a lot of dope joints on here. Distorted to Static, they dropped a single from that. My Man. Silent Treatments from off this album, dope. Real dope. Do You Want More, baby? Right there. Yep. Classic. Straight out of Philadelphia. We got Emile LaRue. This album, I believe, came out in 1998. The hype sticker on the CD. This is a dope album from her. This is her debut album. She was with Bryson, I can't remember his name. Bryce or something. I can't remember, but they were Groove Theory. And I have Groove Theory on CD and it's in the vinyl. So this is her solo joint right here, 1998, I believe, or 1999. It says 1999 on here. And it's the blue cover, the original hype sticker. I love this record right here. This is the CD. Emile LaRue. We got Anthony Hamilton's debut album. You know, coming from where I'm from. I have this on CD, no vinyl. It's not on vinyl, so you won't be able to find it. Otherwise, I would have got it on vinyl. So, came out in 2003, I believe, and man, he made a mark with this album. This is a classic, very soulful album. Dope. We got De La Soul Balloon Mind State on CD. I bought this in '93, and it's still intact. Everything's still intact there, so there's really no damage. And I'm glad. If there's damage to any of my CDs or the booklet, I would say 99.9% of them, there is none. It's just the case that itself. I'm watching the Milwaukee Bucks play Chicago in the playoffs, so if that's what you hear in the background, I'm looking at the game kind of. So Milwaukee's blowing them out, so I'm not really too concerned with it. Gnarls Barkley, St. Elsewhere. I bought this 2005, 2006, something like that. Ceelo and Danger Mouse. And Danger Mouse did the whole album. It's pretty dope. Right there. I know it's a lot of CDs, guys. I'm trying to wrap this up. I'm trying to hurry up. The Witch Doctor, SWAT Healing Ritual. He is down with Outkast and Goody Mob and the whole Dungeon family. He was a member. He's one of the original members. This album was completely slept on. It came out in 1998. I bought it, and he has a lot of bangers on here. Organized Noise did the bulk of the production on here. Just dope. But yep, Outkast, Goody Mob, Cool Breeze, all those guys, Society to Soul, Sleepy Brown, all those guys, Organized Noise, the Dungeon Family, Witch Doctor. His style was uniquely different. His flow, the style, the album centered around like rituals and Witch Doctor. It was just dope, man. So shouts out to the Witch Doctor, man. That album was a banger. It's too bad it got slept on. We got Jill Scott's debut album here on CD. On CD. I have the vinyl. It's a reissue, but this is a dope album. Jazzy Jeff was one of the executive producers of this album. Got the original hype sticker on there on the CD cover. There is some little wear on the CD. So there's some wear on here on as far as like this here, but that's about it. So I have it, and then we got Tony, House of Music, another banger, another classic album, very soulful, bluesy, dance tracks, but like I said, the foundation is soul music. Just dope. I bought this in 1996, I want to say. Just dope. And we got the CD, and we got the cover right here. Just dope. Yeah, so that's it. So I just stopped right there. That was a lot of CDs, and I didn't want to make a long video. But yeah, the next video I may do is go to my cassette collection and talk about some of the cassettes that I have. But anyway, subscribe, like if you enjoyed what you saw, and I appreciate it. Shouts out to all the collectors out there of vinyl records, CDs, and cassette tapes, and if you're getting into it, shouts out to you as well. Um, Peace and love. Take care, guys.